Good morning, well, good afternoon, or wherever you are listening to this. Good night, good morning, whatever time it is for you when you're watching this or you're watching this in the replay. Hope you're doing really well. I'm so excited that you're here with me today, and we're gonna be talking about a topic, like always, I'm very passionate about. I was looking myself, like, where'd I hide in the screen? So I was looking at that right now. So let me know where you're joining me from today. If you're listening to this live, do hashtag live. If you're listening to this on a replay, do hashtag replay. I always like to know where you're coming from and what is most exciting for you to be here today. So hopefully you received the invitation. I sent them a little bit late, but hopefully you got it. And if not, you can always listen to the replay. So today's topic was motivated from some two members of my wellness community. And I asked them, what would you like to learn more about and what is being challenging for you? And some of both said that they wanted to hear more about sleep. So hopefully you guys are here today, and if not, you can listen to the replay as well. So this is dedicated for you to improve the quality of your sleep. And maybe you will listen to some things that are totally different than what you expected. So be open-minded, and I always like to bring new perspectives of things so that you can tackle things in different ways. There is not only one way of tackling things in life, and that is the beauty about life, and every human being brings their own inspiration to life, right? So having that said, my name is Maaike Sainz, and I am a health and wellness coach, and I am passionate about helping women in particular, but all human beings, to improve the quality of their life. So for me, with menopause, it made so many changes in my life that helped me build the way I am today. And for that, I'm very thankful. And I bring you a new perspective. So let me ask you, why do we feel insecure, anxious, depressed, and can't sleep at night? If you're having struggle with sleep, write in the comments, sleep. And there's too many factors, right? But I like to keep simple things simple, right? Life is simple. So the simple answer that I came up with is because we're not taking care of our basic needs. And we are too wrapped out around things that are overwhelming for us. Yes, that all day we listen to things that are bombarding our days in and out. And they're also distracting ourselves from feeling ourselves and feeling fulfilled. So we feel apart, right? Who feels like separated and distracted in so many different things? Write in the comments, apart, if you feel like that is you. So we are too stretched out, too thin, and feel like we can no longer handle things as we used to, right? We feel overwhelming, and when we feel overwhelmed, that our brain just starts shutting down. So, but what happens that when we start taking different actions, we start feeling different. So I always like to share this simple example with my clients. So I want you to picture a baby, right? Picture a baby in your mind's eye right now. Picture a baby, and what are a baby's needs, basic needs? To be calm and feel secure. Only when they feel that way, they're able to sleep, right? When we have a crying baby, it's because they have something that has not been met, and he's crying and he cannot go back to sleep. So think of yourself as a baby. We are all ages at every age. So what does a baby need in order to sleep with no problem? It needs warmth. He needs to be comforted and comfortable. He needs to be well fed, right? He needs to feel loved. He needs to be sung to. He likes listening to rhythmic music. He or she likes the mom's aroma that gives him protection, soothing, right? Aroma. So, and he also likes to be touched and cared for, like he exists and he is important. So think about all these things, very simple and basic, but if a baby does not have those needs met, he's not being able to sleep. So let me know in the comments who is here, and I will be checking around a little at a time so I can make comments to your comments. So babies are also fun, they are creative, they're spontaneous, and they laugh, and they make us laugh. And when you're close to a baby, how do you feel? You feel enjoyment, right? You feel when they start smiling, they crack a smile, and you don't care about the world anymore. So those are the little things that we can go back to improve the quality of the sleep. So it's not only what you do at night, it's what all the things that you're lacking throughout the day that you have not met those things. And of course, at night, you cannot shut your brain. So how many of you are checking this as a checklist and checking all these actions off your chart list? Maybe very few of you. These are our basic needs, as I was saying, and it doesn't matter if we are just born or we're 80 years old. We have our basic needs, and these needs need to be met. So when you start to incorporate simple daily actions, what happens to our brain? So let's talk about the brain. I'm very fascinated about everything that happens in the brain, because when we have a better knowledge and understanding that's what's happening, we are able to take better actions. So what happens when we start taking these daily actions? Our brain starts registering all those things throughout the day and feels at peace. It's like it gives some kind of organization in the brain. So for all of you that are having anxious feelings, depressed, anxious, overwhelmed, stress, it's because there is a part of your brain that is feeling disorganized and it's trying to find a way to get organized, but we're not meeting the basic needs, so it feels more overwhelmed. So when your brain is more organized, it feels good. It feels, and you have checked some of these basic actions, basic needs, you feel accomplished, you feel complete. You're able to end the day and say, I feel accomplished. I did things for myself. Now I can shut my eyes and I can go to sleep in peace. I was talking with a client this past week, and I think I mentioned this in the session before, but she said, I can finally say at the end of the day, and she's very anxious, or she was a very anxious person, I have to say was, and she can already say, I feel at peace and I can go to sleep calm again. And now she has more energy in the day. So take that in consideration. All the actions that we're taking to cover all these essential needs help our nervous system to relax so you can get off the fight, flight, or fled mode, because we're constantly feeling like we have to fight the day. We're feeling stressed, and we can get off that fight or flight mode and start enjoying the journey of each day, being more present for every single moment that we live. So let's talk about some of the actions, all the actions that we can take to cover all these essential needs to help the nervous system and also to be more present. So we have become so busy, especially as moms, right? We have to take care of so many people's lives and the business of others, but it's not our business to solve everything for everybody. and in doing so much for everybody else, we have forgotten we even exist and that we also have needs. So if you want to become a better mother, if you want to become a better human being, if you want to feel better, you have to recognize and acknowledge that you exist and that you have needs too, and you have to meet those needs first. It's not selfish. It's more selfish to be like all exhausted throughout the day, right? And not being the quality of person that you want to be. So we've gone too long in being disconnected. So now it takes time to build new habits with small actions that it can help you kind of start reconnecting to your basic needs. We have to undo all the bad habits and start building on new habits, because we are creatures of habit. So when we start undoing and doing, but now understanding the way why we're doing this, it makes more sense. So what are some things that you can start doing today after this training to start meeting your basic needs and start closing those gaps in your brain so that you can start sleeping better at night? So what are they? So let's talk about 5 things. And I say 5 things because we have 5 senses, right? We need to cover all 5 senses with different things so that our body feels complete. It feels it exists and it's acknowledged. So let's acknowledge each part of our body and make sure we fulfill these parts, right? So first is smell. I think smell is number 1 because it goes straight to the brain. Whatever we smell, we start feeling better. So for the past 8-9 years, I've used essential oils. It helps me feel better. But there's essential oils in flowers, there's essential oils in nature, and there's other senses, right? So I personally love to start my day with essential oils, and I put them in a diffuser, and I also wear them on me. And actually I have some essential oils with me here. Just a simple tap of essential oil over your nose, your chest. This was peppermint, so it opens up my senses. It makes me help you wake up. So just the sense, it helps you connect your brain to your body in an instant. So you start feeling more awake and you feel your body because it really connects you inside. So also another way is like the aroma of coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, just acknowledge that aroma of the coffee. It smells so good, and just kind of embrace that sense of the aroma, that it feels so good. So who here likes coffee? Who here has used essential oils before? Let me know in the chat if you have used essential oils or not, or what is your favorite aroma. Let me know in the comments. So now let's go to second sense. Let's talk about touch. Touch is so important, and we have to be more intentional to use our touch. Why? Because our touch, when we feel something soft, it brings also peace and calm. So I personally I have a very nice and soft blanket. So first thing in the morning when I wake up, I open my eyes and I intentionally touch the soft blanket. It brings me so much pleasure and peace that you start your day with intention. I also have a pajama pants that I bought in Sam's this past Christmas. And oh my gosh, the softness, it just makes me so happy. So right now it's very hot in Texas, so I'm not using those pajama pants. But when it's winter and it's cold, I love the touch of that. And just intentionally feeling that sensation in my touch. And we can also touch ourselves. How many of you touch yourself, right? Embrace yourself, love yourself. When you bring that touch to you, you're acknowledging, you're censoring, you're waking up those senses, and it makes you feel good and connected. So all we're doing is connecting our senses to our body and centralizing the energy in one. You're a total human being, and you are a holistic being. So you need to start connecting with those things. So what we want is to bring more peace. And here's a little tip for those who have or feel very anxious throughout the day and depressed. There's very simple action that you can do. So go wash your hands. When we kind of distract the body and the brain from that anxious feeling, or that anxious, it's not an anxious feeling, it's actually an anxious thought. So go wash your hands, and especially with cold water, so you shock the body a little bit and experience and wash them like for 2 or 3 minutes, right? Use the soap, experience, smell the soap, and feel that feeling of the soap slippery and soft in your hands. Just this action with intention will move you away from those thoughts of anxiety, and will come. Anxiety is because you feel detached from yourself, and something, a thought, is taking you away from you. So you want to come back to you, connect. So just the touch of your hands will help you instantly have more calm and peace in your day. So we talked about smell, touch. Let's talk about sight. So sight is very simple, right? Go outside for 5 minutes. This is very important to get daylight in our eyes. And we have talked about this before, but let your eyes be in contact with daylight first. And also you can bring more colors, but be like, you can go out for a walk if your time allows it. Or do intentionally to go for a 5-minute walk out around your block, and just look outside, look for the texture of the trees, look for the colors of the flowers, and enjoy the pleasure of those vibrant colors. And even wearing bright colors in your clothes, but really appreciating the color and seeing yourself in the mirror. So everything that brings pleasure to your sight, maybe buy some flowers and put them by your office or your kitchen that you can see them more often. So all those signals to the brain that you're feeling happy and you feel fulfilled. So you're meeting your needs and closing the gap of anxiety, right? So let's go next to the taste. So how many times do you have, can you excuse me for just a second? Sorry, somebody's at the door and there's sprinkler people. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back, sorry. Life happens, right? I have been waiting for these people from the sprinklers to check them, and it's very, very hot outside in Texas, and for 6 months, so I was not being able to water my plants, so I needed to check that. So thank you for that patience with me. And let's go back to taste. So it's very important to slow down when you're eating and really enjoy the flavors of your food and chew it a little longer so that you can experience all the flavors, and it wakes up your palate and brings up so much relaxation. So I teach this through my coaching program in my M&M method, but all these things to add more things from that you're using with your senses. So what also happens when you start flavoring the food more, enjoying more, you bring more pleasure, that satisfy all the meal that you're eating makes you feel much more satisfied and complete. So you have a complete experience, and guess what? Your cravings will start going away. So it's not only what you eat, but how you eat that allows you to relax the nervous system, so you are no longer having cravings. Stress and anxiety and depression cause cravings because your needs are not being met. So if you're taking anything about this, it's like reduce stress, doing all these things, and it will allow you to sleep better, reduce anxiety, and increase your health. So that was a little commercial. So let's not forget the fifth sense. And I was almost forgetting as I was doing this, writing down this training. So listen carefully and listen to some audio, music, something that is calming. So remember, babies like lullabies, right? To be calm and peace and to be able to relax their nervous system. So here's a little example. You can go out and listen really with intention, the birds chirping, or at night, the owls doing their noise, a howling. My father loved owls, so every time I listen to owls, I feel that he's there. His presence is right there with me. And I'm going to acknowledge my father today a little bit more. But in the mornings, listen to the chirping of the birds or the squirrels just chasing each other, or listen to even the breeze or the wind, the leaves of the leaves, when the leaves as the wind goes through them. And if this is not possible, you can also have an app or Spotify or something that you can listen to ocean waves in the morning, or birds chirping from from any app that you have. This brings joy to your soul and to your spirit. And it's been said that if you listen to at least 5 songs every day, it helps stimulate brain cells that help you with memory and feel joy. So start listening to more music more often. So in short, take time for yourself with intention. Pay attention to all the things that you're doing already and just pay attention. Don't just do the things to get them out of the way. Be intentional in everything. So it's not doing more, it's doing less with intention, or doing what you're doing with intention. These were things that my father did naturally every single day. And just yesterday and today, this morning, I started acknowledging all those things as I was thinking how to transmit all this beautiful information to you. And my father, he passed away several years ago, but he did these things without even knowing he was doing them. He did them naturally. And he was the best sleeper ever. He would fall asleep like a rock everywhere and anywhere, no matter what time of the day. So he was doing something right that allowed him to sleep really well. He slept like a rock, and he was a Boy Scout, and he died even with his uniform, right? So all his entire life, he loved nature. So he always made a purpose to be outside in nature and take a little bit of sun. He would lay out on the sun and would say, "Dad, that's too much. That's gonna cause you cancer." Well, he didn't care. He wanted some sun and the energy from the sun. He loved food. His father was a cook or a chef. He loved enjoying food, and he was always preparing food and cooking for us, and letting us share. He was sharing all his enjoyment. He loved making steaks and making really good, yummy, delicious food. And sometimes when we were in diet, it's like, "No, Dad, we're in a diet, we cannot eat." Well, now I understand that it was part of his joy, and he wanted to extend that invitation to us. He wanted to share that with us. He also loved the smells of while he was cooking. And he also, something that he did every day was drive us to school, and he loved lavender. Lavender, is a very calming scent. So this would help us be calm before we get to school. And he would always have some live music, and if he was not playing music in the house, he was always whistling. So thank you guys for asking me for this, to do this training, because it has helped me also bring up and revive all these experiences that are helping me as well to acknowledge and to feel better with myself. So thank you for this opportunity of sharing a little bit of me with you. So, all I do with my programs, I try to incorporate everything that I have learned in life to bring the simplest things, actions that you can take so that you can start experiencing a greater quality of life. What is life without not enjoying, right? So it hurts me see when people are not enjoying their life. And when I know that I have a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of things that I can share with you so that you can start experiencing a better quality of life. So when you make it a purpose to connect with the things that you do every day, you enjoy them more, and you are coming back to you. You need fewer stimuli from other people, and you start feeling much better. That fills your cup. In this way, you start disconnecting from outside, and you start feeling connected to yourself. And that is the only way that you will start feeling at peace so that you can go to sleep and remove all worry and stress and anxiety. So hope this is making sense to you. So who here wants to feel more at peace? Write in the comments below, peace, #peace. There are so many other things that we do, that we can do, like keeping the same schedule, like eating better foods, like also moving our body consistently. And these are all things that I teach my clients to start adding these actions every day to be consistent to feel better. But this morning I just came across also, we set an intention and then we receive, right? So this morning as I was planning, I also received an article on sleep. And it said that at age 40 is when Americans get the least amount of sleep, and how this is affecting their overall health. And this is because of the high demand of raising kids and jobs and off schedules and so much busyness. And what I have found is that so many of you, of us, just keep doing things more and more, and we feel unhappy. And we never get to express that unhappiness. So we bury our emotions, we bury our feelings, and that alone keeps us so worried at night that it does not allow us to turn the switch off so that we can go to sleep. So with that said, I want to invite you on Sunday. I'm having an amazing VIP experience, and it's at 3 o'clock Central Time. And I have invited a special guest. Her name is Marissa, and she is an RTT and EFT therapist. I don't know if you have heard about RTT and EFT. You will be surprised. But RTT is going to your subconscious mind to change your inner beliefs so that you can transform your life in better ways, faster. And also, she's going to lead us with an EFT experience, and that is a tapping experience, and that will help anyone, everyone, but especially those who are experiencing anxiety. And it's going to help us cross a barrier from anxiety and stress. So if you want to be part of this epic and unique experience that I'm having, or we are having, this Sunday, comment in the comments below VIP so I can send you a link so you can sign up, and you don't want to miss this. This is gonna be amazing and fun. And hey, friends are here to help each other, and it's more fun when we join arms to have more fun and share more experiences, right? So let me know in the comments, what are you taking away from today? Just like a phrase, a word, or something that you're taking away, some aha or some light bulb moment that you had. And again, let's just kind of resume everything that we talked about. Experience something every day and do a little checklist with all the 5 senses. It's like, have I done my smelling today? Have I done my hearing of something that soothes me, that makes me feel good? Have I done some touching that makes me feel good? have I done some tasting, and have I done some, what am I missing? Feeling. What am I missing? Let me know in the comments. What am I missing? So hear, taste, sight, touch, and smell, right? Do something with each of the senses. So just do a little checklist at night, and it's like, if you're feeling anxious, it's like, oh, well, just go do that something before you go to bed, and you will feel more calm. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope this is helpful for you, and I will share this in a YouTube video as well. If you want the copy, let me know. And I will share this article about sleep and their experimentation and everything. It talks about how Americans at 40, they're lacking sleep. So thank you so much, and see you next Wednesday. And let me know in the comments if you have more things that you would like me to bring to you, so I can keep on experimenting and sharing more love with you. Thank you so much. Love you. Until next time. Bye-bye.